dear Pisces, this is a love reading, a prediction for the month of February with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror of your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. I can also recommend that you watch the previous love reading for January, because that is the actual energy right now, and this will be the energy for February. I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. And when I open your deck here, I see the Hermit and the Sagittarius Alchemist Temperance card in reversed. So it seems like you are turning your back on love and to try to work things out. It's like you have been on a spiritual path with a person, but maybe it got too much, or they didn't want to cooperate, or the lessons became too hard, because now it seems like Pisces is going inside to themselves to find out what's going on and how you can solve this. And it's good. You're starting with the person in the mirror, and this is exactly how we should do things. If we are in balance, if we are in harmony, also our relationships will be in harmony. So I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Fool in reverse together with the Temperance card. So I think you are dealing with someone that's a little bit immature and might not take this work seriously. The Temperance card is also attraction. It's attraction between two poles, like one person being very opposite to the other person. It's the attraction between yin and yang. The contrast makes us able to see the things we weren't able to see if we are just with the same type of people. When we meet someone that's the opposite of us, it gets very obvious our how different we are, and these differences, you wouldn't have noticed them if you were with someone that didn't have these differences. So this is about also mirroring your shadow, so you will be able to see yourself. And obviously you're mirroring yourself in someone that's maybe a little bit uneducated, a little bit reckless, foolish. They might be naive to the value of this relationship as well. So may act like it doesn't matter. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. So this is like an anti-hero, the opposite of a hero. Someone that trashes and destroys what could have been kind of great. Okay. I call the 6 elements. And here we have a Page of Wands with this Strength card in reversed. So I'm feeling this is your energy again, and it goes very well with the Hermit energy that I saw before, that you're focusing on your own spiritual growth here instead of trying to make someone that should be, be the bigger person. They should apologize, they should behave like this, but you can't make them to act in the way you think they should. So you're focusing on something else. Okay. Your own spiritual growth, I would presume, with those kind of combinations of cards. So 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and give us a clear view reading for my dear Pisces viewers. So I want my dear Pisces to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. So we'll just tune in for a few seconds here to you and whoever is most on your mind in February. Okay. This is the new bottom of the deck. Temperance card, again, in the reversed. So it's almost like there's a destiny between you and another person that's not being able to be fulfilled because one person is probably not doing their fair share of the work or refusing to see this as a spiritual sadhana at all, like a spiritual path. So they just think, no, I don't want to be in a relationship where I need to work. I want to be in a relationship that's just nice and nothing else is happening. But that's not why we're here on earth, to be lazy. We can be that in heaven, or I don't know. This is the old bottom of the deck. So here the person looks more serious than they did in the Fools in the reversed. So before they might have tried to persuade you that they were right and you were wrong, but now they're just going with, I don't care, I don't have to do what they say. So they have regressed back to a little bit more childish state. Okay, this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind about you. And this is your feelings towards them, the bond between you and their feelings towards you. This is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for February, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we'll start with the situation, and it's the Hangman. The Hangman is a situation where the divine is forcing us to grow spiritually, but we are refusing to do so. So it's like we are trying the old comfortable escapes, but it's not working. We are in a back alley. There's nowhere to run. It's almost like the divine is keeping us hostage because we need to move to the next level of our evolution. So until we are giving up our guns, giving up the ego, or maybe sacrificing something that we really don't want to sacrifice. If we are codependent, for example, we might need to sacrifice the relationship we are codependent to. As long as we are not doing that, there's going to be a block in our road. So we can feel like we have bad luck, that things doesn't go in the way we want them to go. But it's really, we are not being released into in new happy outcomes until we have sacrificed what need to be sacrificed, ego, pride, or this crappy relationship maybe. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. It seems like you have blocked communications with them, or it might also be for some of you that they have blocked communication with you. So there's no future, it's no forward movement or progress. The Eight of Wands is quick evolution or quick, swift progress where we are getting it, we're getting the message, we're doing what we are supposed to do, we are fixing it. But this person just refuses, even if the energy is it's so clear, it's so obvious what needs to be done, they're still not doing it. So probably you refuse to connect with them because of this. And this is what's on their mind about you. And we have the Lovers here. So, they do love you, but for some reason I feel like they are refusing to wear the dog's head. They don't want to have the blame in the situation. So even if they know that you are right, or that it would be easy to just apologize or to do things in a better way, they are refusing to do so because... Why? I guess it has to do with the pride that the Hangman is talking about. And they might also realize that you love them truly, but we'll see what goes with this. This is the bond between you two, and we have Judgment in the reverse. It's much saying the same thing as the Hangman here, that a person hasn't been able to make the epiphany that's necessary to evolve and put the old to rest and be able to start on a new, more healthy, more happy, more harmonious circle. So we are stuck in the old circle, having to learn the old things over and over and over and over and over again until we are totally bored with it because we haven't got the point. We haven't realized what it is that we needed to do. And I think you blame the other person and that might be correct because they seem to be either stubborn or childish. But we'll see. This is your feelings towards them. And we have a King of Swords. So you're putting up a lot of rules for them. You want them to behave in a certain way. If they don't behave in a certain way or come with a certain key, the key is a certain behavior. There's no locking up the door to come close to you. So you're really putting up boundaries. So if this is... I picked up on someone being a little bit codependent here. And if that was you, you're really getting the lesson that no, you need to say no to this person. And this is a judge and this is a court. So it's very apparent that you are judging this other person as the one at fault at this moment. Okay, and this is their feelings towards you. And Four of Wands, so they're just thinking, where did the relationship go? Couldn't we just have the nice pieces of the relationship and not have to go with the bad pieces? Maybe they didn't realize that the bad pieces or the things that they did was bad pieces for you, that they did certain things that you couldn't tolerate or that was not fair. I think this person lives in a little bit of a dreamland. We saw the Four of Coins and the Fool with their energy, and here we have a Four of Wands. I think that they wanted to be treated in a special way in the relationship, and you granted them that wish. You treated them as they wanted to be treated. But I think with the Fool in reverse, they failed to treat you as you wanted to be treated. So it wasn't really a fair relationship. And now they're a little bit... oblivious, or they don't really understand why this relationship couldn't just continue in the way it was, because it was comfortable for them, probably not as comfortable for you. So they probably don't understand at all why you have put up this boundary towards them, why you don't want to continue in the way that it was, because for them it was nice. Okay. So this is your behaviors and attitudes, and you say no reconciliation, no forgiveness is in connection with this. So you probably feel love towards them, but you don't want another go on the crazy merry-go-round. And since we have the Hangman there, it's probably what needs to happen in this situation that you needed to change. Maybe before you were applying yourself to the relationship and doing a lot of things, but when you realize it was unfair, you change your tone on your pipe, and that is exactly what the Hangman and Judgment is asking for. So even if this is condemning the relationship to end, it might be the most healthy thing to do in this situation. If the person doesn't realize that the relationship needs to be equal, and both need to put in the work and the effort. Can't be like they are dictating how you should behave and you do that, but you can't tell them how you want them to behave. And this is their behaviors and attitudes. And we have the Death in the reversed. So they seems to not be able to get it. This is 13. We have 12, 13. And they can't let you go. So they're stuck in the past. They don't get, it's the penny hasn't dropped. They haven't understand what they did wrong. And they might be in a certain mindset in their life right now that they can't see this. They need to have some kind of epiphany or, lightning strike to see, that's why this person got so irritated with me. Now I understand. But until that happens, they are kind of clueless, is what I'm feeling here. Okay. And this is, maybe you need to tell them better. We have the Eight of Wands in reversed. Maybe you think that they should just get it. But unfortunately, maybe this person with all the fours, Four of Coins, Four of Wands, 13, 1 plus 3 is 4, have a little bit like thick head, and they need to have things spelled out for them, and maybe like 10,000 times before they realize, so that is what you have been saying all along. So now currently both people feel like the other person doesn't love them enough. You feel like they don't love you enough because they can't seem to be able to fulfill your needs. They think you don't love them because you put up this wall against them. So both people feel really left out in the cold and abandoned by the other person. Okay, so if they would tell you the truth of what they are really feeling and thinking, what would they say? So they need to learn from their own mistakes. They can't, maybe they couldn't get it with you just saying it. They need to live it to be able to get these epiphanies which they need. And they say you are a bad match. The grass was always greener elsewhere. I think this is a little bit the show that they have put up, because they seem to really love you, but maybe to get control over the relationship, the Four of Coins, they were acting like you weren't really that important, to not they wanted to keep your nose underneath the water so you wouldn't come up for air and realize, they love me. Now I can start to control them, because they think that this is how it works. Either you control them or they control you. They can't see this with anyone be able to be in an equal relationship. Sometimes if we are brought up in very patriarchal systems, it's all about, the general and then the pack of warriors that's beneath this general. You can see this in sport, in school groups, in gangs, how they are forming, that there's this leader and everyone else is just beneath. So when these kind of people that have lived in these very patriarchal systems, or being raised by very patriarchal systems, come into a relationship, they think they need to, win the position of leader in that relationship, to have, position themselves in a good way to get benefits. They don't realize, and if we are brought up in a more matriarchal system, we have probably learned to share, and I sing for 5 minutes, then you sing for 5 minutes, and the next person sings for 5 minutes, and they record this singing, or we listen to you, then we listen to this person, then we listen to that person, what they have to say. So it's more equal. And when these two systems crash, this is what happens. This person, they think that this person here is not following the rules. We should play equal. We should have equal rules. And this person, they just want to win over you. So I feel like they have put a lot of effort into making you feel like maybe you weren't their top choice, that they could as well be with someone else, and that you weren't the perfect match. They're probably, it's like I think in the term in Swedish is negging someone, like making someone, saying a lot of negative things, so they will lose confidence, and then they are an easy pick, or we can easily control them in relationships. And it's usually the patriarchal system that wants to do this. It's not usually the other side that wants to plan to do things like this, or to play someone like this. Because I could easily say that no, they don't love you, they want someone else, they're always looking for other options, they think you're a bad match. But I don't see this in the tarot cards here. They are very sure that they love you, okay? Even the death card, they can't let you go. So it's rather something else. This is just like a mask that they have displayed. I was never good enough for you. And this might be the reason why they acted like this. They already, when they saw you the first time, they realized you were out of their league. So they had to kind of gaslight you to believe that you were beneath them, so that you would never discover that they were not really worthy of you. So that's what I'm feeling. It's like it was all a game, okay? And this is what will happen to them. They will walk through the valley of death here with the dark night of the soul. And they really need it, okay? Because they need to learn from their own mistakes. They need to fall on their face. They need to make this deep dive into reality and see what's really worth something. If winning is so important, maybe they shouldn't be in a relationship. They should just play sports, or, join war or whatever. So, you are the only one who gets me. I love you more than I want to admit. I'm sorry that I took you for granted. And this is probably what they feel, for real. that they do love you, and you are the person for them, but this is something that they could never admit, because then they would lose this upper hand on you. And then they are saying something that kind of is a red flag for me. We have all the time in the world, because they feel like you would hang here waiting for them forever while they go about this dark night of the soul. And when they have fixed this and make their own mistakes, they will come back to you because you will wait for them. So here the fool comes in again, this naive belief. It's like you are their parent and you love them unconditionally. So even if they go out in the world and live their life, when they come back, you will welcome them back. This is like a core belief with them. And this is also what makes them feel so loved by you. But it's very irritating to me for some reason. I think you don't want to wait for them that long. Therefore I'm feeling this, I'm angry as the King of Swords here. No way, Jose, that's not going to roll with me if I'm a Pisces. Okay, so I'm going to see, ask for what you want. Yes, if you want this person to maybe accelerate a little bit in their spiritual growth, you need to be very, very clear, like a leader would be. Like, this is what I tolerate, I don't tolerate this. And like, there needs to be ground rules. You need to be the general with this person. So they will just accept, because the patriarchal system also accepts. They become, slaves to this dictator. So you can actually be the one in leadership, but, not access the leadership thingy. You can just see to that this person keeps their place as a good player in the field, and keep them in chess. When you let them run wild, they will try to take leadership, and this is the result. Okay, it's a mess. Question of divine timing. So even if you don't want to be a leader, I think you need to exercise leadership qualities with this person. But I can see that you're doing so, but you're doing so out of anger, because they are so stupid. I felt this already here, but I didn't want to say it. But you think that they are daft or dumb or stupid, or it's like very thick skull. And so they have driven you to the edge of, like, you're furious with them. And you should have imposed those leadership qualities much earlier on in this relationship. Have a positive and happy attitude to life instead of being this angry. But I think it's a little bit cute, and it's you can harvest that anger and use it to take leadership. Because if we don't want to be the leader, we want to have equal relationships. But when we get mad, we can see nothing is working with this person, then we can get into this leadership position because of our anger and the strength that this displays. And then the person will, okay, so you're my leader, I will listen to you. And that would put much more, I think it's better if you lead these troops and then this person, because they are a little bit delusional. So, but they still need time to heal. I think that goes with them, but this was advice for you. I don't see you being that broken. Anger is a higher energy than depression, but maybe you need time to get over and forgive before you can open your door to this person or any person. I will take Romance Angels card for you as well to see first for your own love life. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So I think they would want you to be much more clearer in your communication with this person. That you can't, think that they will get it. They won't get it. You need to spell it out for them. So I was asking of your personal love life there, and this is the love with this person very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So either decide that you want to be with this person or you don't want to be with them, because it seems like there's an opening here. They could be maybe ready for some teaching from you. If you let them back in, you can start this going ahead and being their leader So that would probably calm them down and make them more cozy with their life, because it's like with dogs, for example. They get nervous and they can be angry and even bite people, and if they need to be in leader position when they don't feel equipped to have this position. So if we are a dog owner, we need to take the leadership position to let the dog off the hook from this responsibility, and they can relax and just be dogs. But if you let them be the leader, they will feel like they have the responsibility over the whole family and to make them feel safe and to protect them from anyone, and they can go crazy with this. It's too much for this dog. And I'm thinking it's the same with this person that you're dealing with. If you want them, take leadership in this relationship. Definitely. Okay. So, my dear Pisces, I would urge you to watch the reading Will You Find Someone New in Who Is Coming Towards You 2021 playlist. It can be a continuation of this story, or it can show if you have other options. So, thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you like my content and want to see more videos like this on how to heal yourself and make yourself ready for that true romantic partner of yours, or if you just want to work on spiritual growth, remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification to get a heads up when a new video is ready and waiting for you. If you subscribe, you can also become a member to my channel and get access to my premium content videos, Q&As, ads-free tarot videos like this a couple of days ahead of time, and mediumship training videos. Click the join button or follow the link in the description box to learn more. For my regular viewers, not much have changed, except you get my videos, more videos from me, and the old type of videos arrives a few days earlier than they did before, since I started with a membership service. They are now being posted Thursday to Sunday instead of Tuesday to Friday the following week. And to not miss out on any content, you can visit my channel. There's a lot of different playlists there with your favorite videos. If you click the arrow to see more, you will only see the last 12 videos from that playlist. Rather, click the headline to see all the videos that the playlist contains. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving, and supporting viewers. Until next time, take really good care and bye-bye.